Okay, quick little tangent here before we get on to the last section of the show, because there's something I want to bring up around conversations I have had with people in the past about referencing certain philosophers or thinkers in the show. So I think it was in the episode on Community when I talked about John Baudrillard and his theories of hyperreality. And a friend messaged me to essentially say that I shouldn't be referencing Baudrillard because he's a racist and a sexist, right? Now, Foucault may also not be like a morally good person. So French essayist Guy Sorman has alleged that he witnessed Foucault pay for sex with young boys whilst visiting him in Tunisia in the late 1960s, which would obviously be a form of child sexual abuse, given the inability of children to meaningfully consent to sex work. However, this accusation has been contested by others who knew Foucault at the time, and it's just still not very clear exactly what happened. Critics of Foucault have also highlighted that he was very publicly involved in the 1970s with a campaign against the age of consent laws in France, and they've characterized this as a support for the notion that children can meaningfully consent to sex with adults. However, supporters of Foucault have emphasized that this campaign against the age of consent laws was widely supported by a number of public intellectuals, including prominent second-wave feminist Simone de Beauvoir, and characterized Foucault's position not as advocating for sexual relationships between adults and children, but as support for equalizing the age of consent for heterosexual and homosexual relationships, since there was at the time a higher age of consent to engage in gay sex.